Hey everybody, welcome Josh Maxwell, our guest today. Boy, Josh, of course, works out at the community college and Cactus, or whatever you want to call it, but you've got a unique experience to tell us about, and this has started, what, about a year ago, really?
Really, it did.
And has evolved, and it involves Celtic Crossroads. Tell me about it.
Well, last year they came to the Alhambra Theater.
Okay, tell us who they are.
Okay, the Celtic Crossroads, they are a world-class Irish band. There are 8 musicians that are on stage, and they play a variety of different instruments. Mm-hmm. What happens is Kevin and Eamon Crosby from Ireland started a production company, and they got together and they had this idea of wanting to do a really good job of having a world-class Irish band that traveled the world. And so they interviewed people and had tryouts and things like that, and they got these 8 musicians. And I heard that they had to have won a national award with their instrument. Most of them can play up to 3 or 4 instruments and have won multiple awards with multiple instruments. And there are 2 dancers that come out as well. Kind
of do the traditional Irish folk, you know, the Michael Flatley looking stuff.
Yeah. Right, exactly.
River dance.
Definitely. Actually, one of the girls that are touring with them this year used to be with the River Dancers.
Okay.
So, yeah. They came to Hopkinsville last year, and working at HCC, we wanted to put some programming on there, so I kind of talked to the Arts Council, and I was like, hey, would you mind if we came and shot some of the things at the Alhambra? They said sure, and one of them happened to be the Celtic Crossroads. I got into conversations with them about us doing the show at the Alhambra. Turns out we shot everything and we got it on KET. So KET wanted it for the next 3 years or whatnot. So they've been airing that, and they liked it so well that they called me back this year and wanted to do something more. So
now this was the Celtic Crossroads people.
Yes,
called you.
Yes.
Okay.
They called me back and was like, hey, we would like to do something a little bit more. Maybe move away from, they wanted a full production. Mm-hmm. So just to pay outright to have a big production if we could. Long story short, we ended up doing some sort of a documentary type production for them, and it's still in the works right now. I'm still in the editing process with them. It'll take a couple months to get, but we just went through, they routed their tour up and through Kentucky and picked me up. We stopped in Ohio for a couple hours, then we made it to New York City the next day. They performed at the Waldorf Astoria for a corporate event. Thursday night, Friday night we're in Massachusetts, Saturday night we're in Maine, Sunday Vermont, Monday we made a stop in Ohio for a few hours, and then we were back in Hopkinsville on Tuesday.
My goodness, so you had an entire band route their tour around you. That's pretty, that's some power, folks, right there. Well, the neat thing about it is you chronicled it from all phases. Riding on the bus and everything.
Right. The tour bus, my parents, of course, all my friends and family were wanting to know how that was. I no longer want to be in a band, a touring band, if you have to be on a bus. You get to know each other very, very well, and that wasn't a problem because they're like brothers and sisters.
Right.
They're a family that really are traveling together. Everybody got along. There wasn't anything that would be worthy of MTV or anything like that. But it was the quarters are so small, and what you do is they go, they set up, they perform, they tear down, they get back on the bus, they go to bed, they wake up in another state the next day.
Right.
And they do it all over again.
Okay, well, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back. We'll talk about some of the experiences that Josh had. Take a look at some of the scenes that he saw and that you'll eventually be seeing. Where's this video going now? What are they planning to do with it?
At bare minimum, it'll be a promotion for them. There are several different things, several different areas that we could go with. They have a light show as well as some video that's behind them when they have projectors and things like that at different locations. Whether or not it's a small venue or a big venue, that kind of depends. That kind of makes the decision for them whether or not they have the video. So we're in contacts with we'll call it the Irish PBS.
Okay.
So we're in contacts with them about doing some things for them, but it will more than likely be a continuation of previous performances as well as future performances to make a complete documentary package for the band.
Josh Maxwell is our guest. We'll talk more about his escapades with Celtic Crossroads right after this.